In this video, we're going to be looking into Gold Dust. It is a sample pack that we can pick up in the MPC store. Quick recap with these sample packs: you'll be getting one shots with drums, also some melodic samples that we can play with, and some amazing bass tones, as you'll see right now when we create a track using this sample pack. So let's jump right into it and see what we come up with. So right here, we're in a blank session. I go into my browser, and once I'm in my expansions, I have Gold Dust right here. And if I start from the top, we can go ahead and audition some of the kits that we'll get right here. Again, I'm going to go into this program view and make sure audition is set to auto. So every time we scroll through, we can just automatically listen to a 1 to 2 bar loop that they create. There's just some awesome textures that you will find within these kits right here. I went ahead and loaded up a few of them right now, and I want to get started with one of these kits. The cool thing about these sample packs is that not only are you getting these one-shots and melodic loops that you can play with, but also if you open up this little eyeball icon, you'll be able to see this drum program and see how they're processing using some of the stock plugins that we all have within our MPC. If we click this insert page right here, this sample kit that I loaded up, if I turn off these plugins, if I turn it back on, so they're using the air EQ compressor, the air maximizer, and we kind of get a study, and we can just see how they're using these plugins, which is awesome. I've been learning a lot as I'm making these videos and just kind of figuring out what was their intentions when they were using some of these limiters, compressors, EQs. So it's very interesting to see that. Now, the cool thing about these kits when you load up a kit is that everything, all the one shots, whether it's melodic, shakers, bass notes, drum samples, it all blends very good together. So if you want to create a track or build a beat with the sample chops that you have within this kit, everything is going to sound mixed together. Everything is going to sound like it's part of one record, which is great because it's just very frustrating when things just sound like they're out of place or they're not belonging together within the mix. If anything, I'm going to have to do here is just probably adjust some of the levels as we're mixing it. But when it comes down to the processing of EQs and compressors, I think everything is done very good the way they come right out of the pack. Let's go ahead and lay something right here on the grid. I have it at 80 beats per minute. I'm going to keep it at 2 bars and see what we have right here. Now, what's really cool about the MPC is being right here within the grid editor, I can just dive in right here and adjust any imperfections that I might have performed. And, you know, I'm nudging these notes over a few samples. Now, this sub kick, I can actually lower this down. Let's go ahead and record this on top. All right, that sounds good. We now have some other elements right here, like this bass note. Now, notice this bass note is just one note that's ringing out. That's all. It's not a performance. It's just a one shot, which is there for a reason. Now, this one shot or this one note of the bass line, it is within key of the sample chops. So what we can do now, let's say, I like how this sounds right here. It's 2 bars at 80 beats per minute. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to put this in a different sequence. Let's name this verse or drop. You could do this whatever you want. And now we come right here on the second sequence. And on this second sequence, I want to drop in this bass line. But this bass line, I'm going to just go into 16 levels and I'm going to go into tune, but I want my root note to be pad 8. Now I can perform this bass as if it's an actual live bass. So that's pretty interesting. Everything is in key. Now I just got to figure out a melody that I can lay on top of this. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off quantize, lay this on top of this. I'm gonna go from 2 bars and I'm gonna double length this, so now we're at 4 bars, and it just kind of gives me a little more to play with within the sequence. I'm gonna get off of 16 levels, and there's this percussion right here that I want to add on top of this as it drops into the verse. All right, well, with this, I'm actually going to lower this down. Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, okay, let's go ahead and add this on top. Let's actually lower that down also. So this is what I meant in the beginning when I said everything just sounds like it's blended and mixed together very good within this kit right here. So if I hit play, as you notice, I just did some minor adjustments to levels. So I didn't really get in here and start putting compressors or EQs, but I'm just doing some adjustments to the levels that we have. Like that bass just cuts through the mix. Now, what I could even do is going into the intro, just take off all the snares and leave just kicks with sample. So it just kind of drops in for 2 bars and then it goes into the verse. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a great time putting this idea together. This is Gold Dust Sample Pack. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it out in the MPC store. Till next time.